Women who face trials in life to learn how to overcome challenges and rise from pain to purpose. Gladness has served women internationally, providing business coaching services and personal development support. She empowers women to follow their dreams and passions, despite challenges that life may throw at them, and discover their purpose. Gladness is a business consultant for over 10 years, with a passion for entrepreneurship development in Africa. Gladness provides coaching and mentoring services in business development for entrepreneurs worldwide. Gladness lives a purposeful life for supporting women to unleash their queen identity through her courses, coaching, mentoring, workshops, and events.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. How are you doing? Oh, it's been a while, Facebook family. It's been a while, YouTube family. I have not done a live video in a bit. I have not done a live video in a while. So I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are watching me for the first time, my name is Gladys. I'm your purpose and passion coach. If you're watching this on Facebook, share the broadcast, comment and let me know where you are watching from. So we are also live on YouTube. Yeah, last minute I said, you know what? Let's do a double whammy. Why not? So we are live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, then please subscribe to this channel. You want to subscribe, you want to hit what? The notification button so that you could be notified next time I'm on live. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you want to like the page, you want to follow the page, share some love, and invite some more people into this conversation. I want us to have a conversation tonight. So let me first of all ensure that I'm not talking to myself. Check my sound. So let me okay, that's there. Who is watching with, who's with me today?
She empowers women to follow their dreams.
Okay, who is with me today? Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know. I'm just going to check the Facebook. I'm going to check the Facebook and see if anybody's joining me. So say hello. I can see a few people pop up. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And yeah, and I can say hi back. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I have a burning conversation today. Burning conversation today about fulfillment. I want to know whether you are living a fulfilled life. I want to know what fulfillment means to you. Let's have this conversation, right? This is another subject that's very dear to my heart. And I want us to talk about this. So first of all, share. So I am going to share this. Let me see. I need to share it as well, right? Let's share this. Share, invite a friend, tag a friend. You know, we need to have these conversations today, right? The world we're living in, we need to have these conversations because we need to support each other, right? Let's share this. Share. And let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Yana, all the way from Pakistan. My favorite, one of my favorite, let me not say the only favorite. I have many favorite clients, and Yana is one of them. Mwah! Bless you. Love you lots. Thank you for tuning in, Yana. What time is it? I'm sure it's really late. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, who else? Let's see. Let's see who else is here. Just gonna share this. I want to talk about fulfillment. Are you living a fulfilled life? Let me know your thoughts. Do you believe that you're living a fulfilled life? Let me know. 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 Do you feel that you are living a fulfilled life? I want to know, what does fulfillment means to you? So I shared a post and I said, well, today, I had the morning preparing for my son's birthday that's coming up. Then I caught up with a few clients, including Yana. And, and then I did some filming. I have something amazing coming up, guys. I have something amazing coming up. And, so I was doing some filming for that. And then what? And then pretty much my day was done. Then I just felt like so tired. Filming is not easy, guys. So I took some time to myself, picked up the kids, and now I'm here. And to me, this is a fulfilled day, right? This is a fulfilled day. Oh, Yana, it's past midnight. Bless you. Trust me to have a delivery. Bear with me. Yes, please. Okay, so my daughter's gonna get the door. There's a first time for everything, guys. You are in my first ever doorbell ringing, delivery happening. So let's get to this. Let's get to this subject, right? Let's get to this subject. Are you living a fulfilled life? Let me know if you are living a fulfilled life. And what does fulfillment mean to you, right? Give me some comments below. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna check this. Okay. I think it's amazing. All right, so first time for everything. That has never happened before. So, are you living a fulfilled life? You see, because I realize that a lot of people are going through life unfulfilled, unhappy, right? A lot of people are going through life without purpose, right? Without purpose. A lot of people are going through life feeling down, right? Sad. You hear even the most successful person, right? Let's give an example of, I was watching a documentary recently and they were talking about Robbie Williams, the comedian. He made people laugh, right? Across the globe. Who knows who I'm talking about? Robbie Williams. Personally, one of my favorite actors. And despite accomplishing all these things in his life, right? Every target and goal that he had set, he said, I want to make people laugh for a living worldwide. He did it. He said, I want to have an amazing family. He did it, right? He set himself goals. I want to have a specific amount of money, and he did it. This man accomplished everything that he wanted to accomplish. But what happened? Sadly, may his soul continue to rest in peace, but he took his own life. He took his own life in his amazing home. So when I watched that documentary, it really got me thinking like, wow, so you could have all these successes, you could have all this money, and you could have all this wealth, but still be unfulfilled. You could have wealth, money, accomplish things in life, set goals and meet them, but you could still be what? Unfulfilled. Oh, I want us to just pause there for a moment. How deep is that, right? How deep is that? So that's what prompted me to do this live today. I said, okay, well, let's talk about this. I did my own in-depth, thinking, meditation, and really just thinking about this subject. And I was like, okay, so what are some of the main reasons? Looking at my experiences, looking at people that I have worked with, I came up with a few things that may lead to unfulfilled life. Few things that, I want us to discuss about. And again, think about this and think about how this relates to you, how true it is for you, or, let's use this opportunity to really just, assess where we're at in terms of fulfillment in life. Okay, so whew, this was so deep. So one of the first things that I realized is most people are living life unfulfilled. One of the main reasons is that they lack purpose, right? Lack of purpose, right? I know I'm a purpose and passion coach, and this is a subject that I talk about almost every single day. Like, I post about this, I write about this, I do videos on this, but this is so crucial because purpose means, what is it that you were created for? You can accomplish all these things, you can make money, but without really understanding what you were created for, what did you come here to do on earth? Without doing that particular thing, you cannot be fulfilled. You cannot have fulfillment, right? So I always use this example. This is what? This is an iPhone, right? It was created to make phone calls. It was created to text, to do videos, right? I do videos on this phone, and it functions perfectly when it's doing what it's created to do. If I take this phone and use it as a what? And use it as a sponge to wash plates, what would happen? It will lose its purpose. It will break down, right? Let me know your thoughts. This phone would break down. If I take it, put it in water and start washing dishes, it would break down. It might function for a while, right? Maybe a minute, 10 minutes. It might even function for 30 minutes, who knows? But eventually, when you come and switch it back on and try to use it to make a phone call, I'm pretty sure the phone would break down, right? So it means that you're using the phone outside its function, outside its purpose. And a lot of people, right? I thank God I found my purpose, right? But a lot of people are going through life living outside their purpose, doing things that, work. This could be even work. You're in a job that is not in alignment with your purpose. You're not passionate about what you're doing. You don't enjoy the job. It's like Monday is like, oh, it's Monday again, right? You almost lose the will to live. You're like, oh, it's Monday. No purpose, right? Because that's not what you were created to do. You need to discover what your purpose is. What is it that you were created to do? What is it that you enjoy? What are you passionate about? That is why God created you, right? That is the reason that you were created. You need to find that reason. So a lot of people that lack clarity on that area, do what? End up living an unfulfilled life. Okay, what's the other one? Let me look at my notes real quick. This is another one. A lot of people are going through life looking for this meaning, looking for this purpose, looking for fulfillment outside of themselves. You're looking for fulfillment in the work, right? You say, yes, when I get that job, that's going to be when I become CEO, when I do this, right? When I graduate, when I finish my degree, then I'll be fulfilled. But what happens when you get that degree? What happens when you get that job? You're unfulfilled, right? You're busy looking for fulfillment in other people. This is a big one. I have seen a lot of people looking for fulfillment in others, looking for a sense of purpose, right? And my ladies, tell me if I'm wrong. A lot of ladies think that once I get married, yes, once I get that ring on my finger, then that's it. I would have purpose. And the relationship then becomes your purpose. Well, I have news for you, right? That is not your purpose. That relationship is not your purpose. Marriage is not your purpose. You were created for more than marriage. You were created for more than a job. You were created for more, not even your kids. Your kids are not your purpose. You cannot find fulfillment in kids. A lot of people think, well, once I have babies and they're going to give me life, they're going to give me joy. Yes, they do. But you will still feel unfulfilled if you try and find purpose in your kids. Again, another reason why people may be married for 20, 30 years, 10 years, 15 years, once the kids grow and move out, suddenly there's no relationship anymore, right? Why is that? Why is that? Relationship breaks down because those particular people have built their relationship based on the kids, right? That cannot be the source of your fulfillment. It does not come from your kids. It does not come from your kids. Why else people are living an unfulfilled life? Another one is, this is one of my favorite ones, right? A lot of people are unfulfilled because they lack self-reflection. A lot of people are unfulfilled because they lack self-reflection. How often, right, do you take time at all to reflect on yourself? I'm not just talking self-care. Yes, self-care, love on yourself, right? Get to know yourself, get to know who you are, but reflect on yourself, right? Reflect. A lot of people lacking fulfillment because there's no progression in your life. And you don't realize there's no progression. Year in, year out, you're stuck in the same place. You're doing the same things, right? And I've had these conversations with even my clients, people that I start working with initially. It's kind of like, what is the issue? Well, year in, year out, I'm stuck in the same place. I'm trying to start this business. I'm trying. But guess what? Nothing happens, right? Why is that? Because you haven't sat down every week, every month to reflect on yourself, to look at where you are and where you're going. No reflection. So therefore you have no progression in life. Where there's no progression, you will have a sense of unfulfillment because it's like you haven't accomplished anything, right? You will have a sense of unfulfillment because it's like the year has gone and what have I done with my life? What have you done? I was doing a quarterly review, right? We're going into the middle of year. I'm like, okay, what have I done, right? And I'm looking at all the things that I set out to do. Did I do them? What more can I do? What worked, what didn't? And I'm like, whoa, I managed to accomplish, right, most of the things that I said I will do. That gives me fulfillment. I feel content with my life because I'm like, okay, so there's progress here. Something is happening here, right? I'm not where I want to be. Don't get me wrong now. I have not arrived. I'm not where I want to be. And in fact, I believe there's no arriving because there's always greatness. You can always do better. You can always progress. You can always learn more. But when you look at your life and you're in the same place that you were last year, come on now. You have to start asking yourself questions. And then you wonder why you're depressed. You wonder why you're not happy. You wonder why you are so busy looking at everybody else, elevating, progressing, right? And one of the key disease, I call it disease, right? Because that's what it is, right? One of the key reasons why there's no progression for a lot of people is procrastination. Procrastination. Right? Big word. Let's put it in simple. You keep deceiving yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're making excuses for yourself. It's not the right time for me to chase my dreams. I don't have the finances for me to chase my dreams. But yet you can spend so much on other things that do not add to your life, do not add to your increase, do not add value, do not progress you. but you can't invest in yourself. You can't progress yourself. You procrastinate, you make excuses. And then you wonder why you know something is missing in my life, you say. Something is missing in your life. You feel unfulfilled because there is no progress. There's no what? Progress. I know it may seem like this girl is being harsh, but I'm just trying to be real. Because why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because guess what? I'm living my purpose. This is my purpose, right? My purpose is to alert you of lack of purpose, to alert you of lack of fulfillment, to alert you to increase your potential. That is my purpose. And I find fulfillment in serving in this way. Okay, I gotta share this. I forgot to share this. So I'm asking you, have you thought about these things for yourself? Right? Have you thought about your progression? Where were you last year? This is the time to assess, right? Where were you last year? Are you still stuck in the same place? Have you progressed? What progress have you made? Right? These are the things that you need to be asking yourself. So basically, I'm diverting slightly, but that doorbell was basically somebody just messing with me, right? Oh dear. Or they were trying to come up. Right, I just need to share this link quickly. So I'm sharing the link to on Facebook, to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, do subscribe, guys. I have some amazing, amazing, amazing content coming out. If you don't know already, I've started a live vlog, right? I've started a live vlog and I'm basically sharing a day in the life of gladness, right? Couple of weeks ago, I posted a video and I asked, right? I posted a video, just a social video, right? And somebody said, oh my goodness, you should definitely do vlogs. And I thought, I love me a good challenge, right? It's been in my plans, but not this year. And I thought, why not? Since I managed to accomplish most of the things that I said I would do already, let's add a new one, right? Progress. Okay, I'm diverting, right? Let me go back to the agenda. Okay, so what are some other things or other reasons why, right? Other reasons why you lack fulfillment. Whew. This is another one. You have no meaningful relationships. No meaningful relationship. Guys, I share this because I have been there. I remember a time where I just felt so detached, right? I have people around me, I had friends, but I was still just unhappy, right? Despite the toxic relationship I was dealing with. That's one thing. That is one thing. But you may be feeling unfulfilled because you have no valuable relationships in your life. No people that share the same vision as you, no intimate relationships. You may even be married or you know, with a partner, but still there is no intimacy in that relationship. Right? There's no intimacy in that relationship. You end up feeling unfulfilled. Again, you're trying to look for happiness and fulfillment in that relationship in the first place, which is why you end up feeling unfulfilled. But the truth of the matter is, you have to look at your relationships, right? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Do they lift you up or do they bring you down? Do they increase you, right? Do they elevate you? Do they support you? Do they love on you? Do they care for you? These are the things that you need to consider. How can you have relationships? How can you be in a marriage? How can you be in a relationship, but you're feeling unhappy? You're constantly, there's constantly drama. You are picking up people's mess. There's another video I did on YouTube about toxic relationships, right? You need to check that out. But you have no meaningful relationships. We are human beings, right? And we run on emotions. And part of our nature is to have meaningful relationships, right? You need to have relationships that you can share some personal, intimate conversations with somebody, right? Because, you know, nobody's superwoman. I have my days where I'm just like, girlfriend, this and this and this, right? You need to let it out. You need to have that person that you can be what? Intimate with, right? Intimate in communication. I'm not talking about physical intimacy. I'm talking about emotional intimacy, right? And if you are feeling depressed and all of this, if it's counseling you need, go for it. It's the best thing that you can do, right? Okay, let's get to the next one. Another one is you're dealing with childhood. You haven't dealt with childhood trauma. You haven't dealt with childhood trauma. You're feeling unfulfilled because you still have childhood wounds, right? You've still got trauma and hurt from past failures, past failed relationships, especially if you were if you were relying on those relationships for happiness and fulfillment. You would definitely end up feeling unhappy, sad, right? Because you haven't dealt with those wounds, you haven't healed, right? A lot of us need to deal with childhood traumas, things that happened to us years, decades ago, that we have no idea that are causing us to be unhappy up to this date, right? Some of you, right? Some people are dealing with some values and beliefs that were just implemented, right? I talked about another video where I talked about default mindset, right? A lot of people are living in default mindset, right? You have beliefs and things about how to do life, how to live life, how to raise your kids based on what your culture said you should do, based on what the society said you should do, that is not in agreement with your soul, with your purpose, with your passion, right? It's not in alignment with your beliefs, your core beliefs and your core values. But you are still stuck in these relationships. Of course, you're going to feel unfulfilled, right? Hi, Amy Joy. How are you, Queen? Thank you for joining. So we're talking about why most people are living unfulfilled life. Why most people are living unfulfilled lives. So childhood trauma. We need to deal with childhood trauma. Another one, lack of vision. Oh my God, lack of vision, lack of focus, right? You have nothing that you're working towards. You have nothing that you're trying to achieve. You are just going with the flow, whatever the wind blows, right? That's you going through life. You wake up, no plans, no goals. It's kind of like, okay, I'll just go through social media. Let me see what's happening. What can I do? What can I get up to today? That's your life. How can you possibly be fulfilled with lack of vision, right? Even the Bible says, what does the Bible say now? People perish because what? They don't have vision. Where are you heading in life? What is your 10-year plan? Where's your 5-year plan? What is your 1-year plan? Like, what do you want to accomplish this year? What do you want to accomplish next year? What is your vision for your life? And this one is primarily because there's no why, right? You have no, you haven't sit down to think about, why am I living life? Why am I doing what I'm doing today? Why am I in this job? What do I want to get from this job? It's not just about money, right? But what is the end goal here? What am I living for? Because if you don't have the vision for your life, then you have no sense of direction. You don't know where you're going. That means that you will go wherever people say you should go, right? Things will come your way that had nothing to do with you, but you will float. You say, oh, yes, this one. But if you have vision and you have focus and you know where you're going in life, you wouldn't just jump into any opportunity. You wouldn't just you wouldn't just go with the flow. You would be more intentional about how you live life. You'd be more intentional about the relationships that you have. You will see people, you will meet people, and you will say, this one is not in alignment with my vision. This one doesn't have the same core values and beliefs as I do. So therefore, this relationship is not going to benefit me. It's not going to add to me. Therefore, I'm out, right? And it doesn't mean be rude or mean to people, but just understand that we're heading towards, right? Sometimes you're going the same way, but you're not meant to be going there together, because just because somebody is doing what you're doing doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to join hands. Okay, maybe your beliefs are different, your values are different. Because if you don't have your own vision and goals and values, it means that you are easily just going to end up taking yourself to this other person, right? And you're going to end up in their destiny, right? And you're going to end up doing for them, but it's not right for you. So these are critical things. And I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Are you living a fulfilled life? Are you living a purposeful life? I want to hear from you. Are you living a purposeful life? What does purpose mean to you? Have you done this self-reflection? Have you created your goals and targets? But are those goals and targets in alignment with your purpose? Are they in alignment with your passion, your gifts? Do you find what you're doing enjoyable? Or are you just doing it for the sake of it? Few more. I've got three more points, right? Another reason people are unfulfilled is because they dwell too much into the feelings of pain, failures, right? You are too focused on the negative things of life. Like, life is life. Things will happen. God doesn't promise us that it's going to be a smooth sailing. No, even Jesus, right? For my fellow Christians, even Jesus had to go through some things, but it was for what? For a purpose. You will hear me talk all the time about there is pain, there is purpose to your pain. But that means for you to get to that stage of understanding that, it means that you do not need to dwell so much on the emotional impact of what's happening to you. But you need to find the purpose of what's happening, the reasoning, the learning, right? Take away, look at the opportunities from what's happened to you. And not just the bad things, not just dwelling on the physical pain. Because guess what? Our brain is there to protect us, right? To safeguard us. So the immediate thing it's going to do is what? Comfort you, right? But you need to look at, and I share this from my own personal experience. If this is the first time you're watching me, then I have a very painful past. I have a very painful past, but I learned how to turn that pain into power, how to use that pain into the purpose that I'm in today. For 10 years, for a whole decade, I was in a toxic relationship with a narcissist for a whole decade, for 10 years. And I was struggling with most of the things that I'm talking about now, because the reason I'm able to share this is because I've overcome it, conquered it, learned from these things. And now I'm helping others to overcome it. When I came out of that toxic relationship, the first thing I did is self-assessment. It's like, okay, how did this happen? What happened to you? I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, what happened to you? How did you attract this person in the first place? Too many of you are busy focusing on the pain and the hurt. How they did this to me, and you're feeling sorry for yourself. How could they do this to me? And then you're analyzing and assessing all the different things that they did, and how is that going to help you? How is that supposed to help you? When I finally, by the grace of God, came out of that relationship, I had to look at, girl, what happened to you? How did you end up with that? There has to be something going on within you, right? For you to accept this treatment in the first place, right? There was no physical abuse, but the mental, financial, emotional abuse is just all the same thing. And it's in doing that I discovered, oh, you had some childhood trauma going on. You had lack of self-identity. Oh, you didn't love on yourself. This is why you let people mistreat you. This is why you didn't value yourself. Okay. Right? They say lack of knowledge. When you lack knowledge, you lack wisdom. I didn't know about these things. Nobody taught me. This is why I am talking to you. This is why I talk about this. This is why I said this is my purpose. I have taken that pain, turned it into power, and I said, okay, now this is what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to serve. I'm going to help other people to come out of this. Right? And I'm still on that journey of growth. But I had to sit down and look at myself. It's not about pointing the finger. Like, he did whatever he did for his own reason, because he's dealing with his own issues. That's the problem. My problem is me. Because I had to say, how come this woman, the whole, I was the first ever Miss Tanzania UK, right? First ever, 2007. I was a confident young woman. So I had to go, how, what? I can't even speak right now, just thinking about it, right? I can't even comprehend. I'm like, how, what happened? Iguana says 100% true. Absolutely. I had to go, what happened? So when I sat down with myself, and a lot of people, we don't do this. We don't sit down with ourselves. Have a meeting with yourself and say, okay, what's going on here? They say it's madness. It's not madness. Madness is you consistently repeating the same thing again and again and again, right? You keep being mistreated. They keep abusing you. You say, this is the last time and this is the last time. Now that's insanity. That's madness. But sitting down with yourself, reflecting and saying, okay, why is this truly happening? Why do I keep allowing this? And this is my issue. We don't have that culture of personal development. We don't have the culture of personal development. And that is my mission, to bring this culture of personal development, especially in the African community. It's like, it's not a norm. It needs to be a normal thing. You go to university, right? You study for a degree. You do all of that. You pay how much money? But how many of you used your degree for a career? How many of you used your degree for a career? Right? You studied law, you studied this, but you didn't use it. You went on to do another job. So why not get a degree of what? Of personal development? Why not invest in yourself, learning yourself? Why not invest in a coach? Why not invest in therapy? Why not buy books and read? Why not invest time? Some of you, even to watch this, is like, you just switch it off. You are lacking self-love because you don't want to learn, you don't want to grow, you don't want to change. You are too comfortable with that pain. You're too comfortable. Yes, you can be comfortable in pain because that was me. So comfortable in the abuse, right? Because like I said, the brain is protecting you. It's on survival mode. It's like, okay, you don't want to go out to the unknown. I don't know what it's like to be single. I don't know what it's like out there, but let me just stay here where it's nice and comfortable. At least I know what I'm dealing with. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. If you don't know, then get information, get informed, find out what are my options? What can I do to better myself? I spent a whole year just learning, right? Trying, because I refused. I said, I'm not even doing this for me. I'm doing it for my kids. Because I realized there was a cycle, right? Do you realize that we have been called in this generation to break the cycles? Can you see how everything is changing, right? This COVID happening is all part of change, right? The universe is changing. Things, Black Lives Matter movement, women are rising, women empowerment. I'm from Tanzania, right? Originally, I live in the UK, I live in London, but I'm from Tanzania. And guess what? We just had our very first female president. This is the first time in history of East Africa. So if you're not looking at the changes that are happening right now, and God is calling you to what? To arise in this season of change. This is the time where you say no to the normal. You break the comfortable. You come out of that toxic relationship. You come out of that limited mindset. And you put yourself first and you say, okay, right, I'm going with this flow of change. That's all I'm asking of you. Do not allow the next generation, your children, to go through what you went through again. Oh man. And that is my why. My why is my children should not have to know what narcissist is. It shouldn't appear in their vicinity. A different kind of relationship, but that starts with you. That starts with you making the change within you. That starts with you taking care of yourself, because where else are they going to see it? Right? Okay, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. All right, let me wrap this up now. So focusing on those pain, I was saying, right? After coming out of that, again, my daughter, my very first child, went to heaven. She passed away. May she continue to rest in peace. And for me, that was an awakening moment that I said, okay, now, this makes no sense. How can I, after going through all of this, like what else needs to happen before I transform my life? So sometimes God will bring an awakening moment, but it's up to you to take it. What is your awakening moment? It could come in a traumatic event, a catalytic event, something major happening, right? It could be big loss of a job, loss of money. It could be loss of a loved one. It could be anything big, or it could just be a word. It could just be a word, right? Me speaking right now, I could be speaking to you. That could be God speaking to you right now, confirming some things. But it's down to you. It's down to you to accept it and to have that awakening. I talk about this in my book, which I don't have nearby. I talk about this in my book, Queen Unleashed, Rise from Pain to Purpose. It's on Amazon. I talk about this awakening moment that you will have. It's down to you to acknowledge it. Acknowledge it, accept it, and want to transform, because guess what? God is not gonna force you, right? It's not gonna force you. You can pray, you can worship, you can do all of that. I did all of that, okay? But until I accepted the awakening moment, there was no change. So what do I do with that pain? I said, well, I've lost a child. Okay, but now what? And God said, now purpose. Again, prayer, meditation, spending time with God, and God will speak to you. So I said, okay, so what are the opportunities I have now? My daughter was very sick. She had sickle cell. So I'm like, okay, if God wanted her to rest, because she was always in a crisis, we're always in hospital, like I could not be doing as much as I'm doing right now. When you see me show up every week, it's because now I'm doing purpose. And God said, do purpose. I was a full-time carer, so there was no such thing as an opportunity to serve in this way. So I took that pain, I turned it into power. I accepted that there is a purpose behind it, and that purpose is for me to use this time that I have. If God took my daughter to go and rest, fine. So what am I going to do with? I'm going to do purpose. So, okay, what is happening? Today is one of those days. It's one of those days. I'm back. So the fact that there's so many distractions with this video, I know that it's a powerful one. I know that it's meant to touch someone, and whatever it is that's trying to chase me away, my message has been delivered. So I'm going to leave you on this note. You need to find fulfillment within yourself. You need to find fulfillment within yourself, because it's all within you and it's not outside of you. So I want to thank you for tuning in live. I want to thank you for tuning in on replay. Share the broadcast. Send it to somebody that you feel it may bless. And subscribe to my YouTube. Keep following the page, because I will be sharing lots and lots more inspirational posts. I'll be sharing lots more content and videos, because that is what I'm here for. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now, and God bless.